Hello everyone and welcome to Bevan's Bricks, and I am going at it again. I am doing a late night stream for a change. I know I normally don't do these. And hello everyone. Emergency response videos, Spider Kill, Brick Sergeant, Noah Set Camp, Kenneth Swan, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Swan. The Drifting Samurai, hello. Anyway, earlier I had made, just to show you, some of the new road plates I'm doing, and I still have to tile this in, but I'm still trying to get some more things kind of locked down, we'll call it. Anyway, with that one done, what I want to do is I have a double intersection is one of the next spots in my city that I'm going to be working on. So I thought I would go ahead and start working on that right now live with you guys. Brick and Brood, how you doing? Aaron, hello. And yes, always, hello to the Funny Farm. Absolutely great. Or Brick Sergeant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First things we have to do, as always, is get everything in position. Actually, I want that to come in. One more. There we go. That's better. And thank you so much, Brick Sergeant, for that awesome donation, buddy. I wouldn't say you've missed anything important. I mean, it just depends on your perspective. None of them are important, though. I try to build and talk and share. And some of the last streams that I did, I was doing building my light take set that I did. And hey, there's my buddy Paul Bott. He says, hey, you're a friendly live stream harasser. It wouldn't be a stream without Paul Bott. And let's do that. And that. Again, I am just kind of trying to gear up, get my spacing down for everything I'm going to be doing on this. Where do I go to get Lego pieces? I buy my Lego parts. I buy my Lego parts the exact same place that everybody does. Typically, most of my parts either come from Lego directly or Bricklink. But I don't have any secret place or anything else, and everything costs me as much as it costs everyone else. I know a lot of people find that hard to believe, but I do buy and pay what everybody else pays for their Lego pieces. Have I been watching the NASCAR playoffs? No, I have not. I didn't know NASCAR had playoffs. And then I need one there. I know they had like certain races or whatever that they did, but I never knew they had playoffs. I haven't watched NASCAR and I couldn't tell you when, to be perfectly honest. Go big or go home, absolutely. That has always been my motto. Go big or go home. This one's going to be a bit of a challenge. I've never done a road plate like this before, so it is going to take me just a few to kind of figure out what exactly I'm doing. And I'm going to need to open. Actually, we'll open it. Hey, Matthew Vanderall, how you doing? Lego Joe, James. No, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people seem to think that I might have a special connection or something like that. and I do not. Something I did not mention though is there is more than just Bricklink. You got Bricklink and Brick Owl. You will find that a lot of the sellers that are on Bricklink are also on Brick Owl. Not always, but a lot of them are. So that is something else you want to keep in mind as well. One of my favorite sellers, because I always look for people that are doing really good bargains, and one of my favorite sellers is actually Brick Cash is what he goes by. And he always has some really good bargains, at least in my opinion anyway. What's that? Let's see. Again, bear with me while I am trying to kind of figure things out as we go. Paul says if you're ordering from parts from Lego, they seem to be out of just watch a Bevan's Bricks live stream and look behind him. You know, sad to say that that is probably true. I do have a tendency of buying up Lego stock. But, and I'm sure Paul will agree with me in saying this, I am generally generous. And what I mean by that is I try to always tell my members if there's something specific that I think is really good or that I'm really interested in or whatever, and I always try to tell my members to be on the lookout for certain parts. So at least I hope everybody feels that way anyway, that I do try to do that. This is gonna go here. Hey, Mike Lamolino, I have not seen you in a while. How are you doing, buddy? And I need more. I need 2 more of these. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Do I have? Those are my blanks. And you know what? We'll just rip open another box. A roundabout with the new road plates. Honestly, I don't think it would be that bad. You would want to do it on a 48 by 48 base plate. Quite simply, in my head anyway, the quickest way I can just think of it without trying to map one out anyway would be to do, like I said, do it on a 48 by 48. And you're going to want, essentially, you'd do 2, let's see. I'm just kind of throwing them down here. You would do some kind of a layout like that, and then you would do round pieces on the sides. Typically a roundabout though is a 1-lane type of intersection, so it does pose some challenges. That's why I said I would have to kind of put some thought into that. So just to kind of ramble something off the top of my head, I don't have anything set in stone, I guess would be a good way to put it, but I don't think it would be as bad as you would think it would be to try and calculate that out anyway. I am in Eastern Standard Time. So it is like right now for me. Where is my clock? It is 10:24. Oh, that's sweet. It's the sweetest, most lovable dog you've ever had. How can you go wrong with a dog, though? That's, I mean, it is man's best friend. Good evening, Squiddos. I am seeing, this is actually pretty cool. Comic Man, hello, hello. I definitely recommend getting the new road plates, without a doubt. They are awesome. What I was going to say, though, is I am actually seeing a lot of new faces. So I need to start trying to do these late night streams like this more often. Because for me, for what I consider anyway to be a late night stream, we actually have a lot of people in here already. And that's not right. Get up. There we go. Much better. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. And Paul Pot said, it is way past your bedtime. No, actually, the boss does not feel good tonight. So I am leaving the boss alone. And the boss is probably watching the stream from bed. I told her since she doesn't feel good, I am going to come out here and play around and have a little fun. Let me grab some more pieces. So we can get this guy filled in. So I want to try and get the general idea for the road, and then we'll work on some of the sidewalk action. And I'm going to probably have to order me some more parts just for the parking areas. I'm not doing any parking on this one though, so this will actually be more of a straightforward. I needed one more. Let me open another box. So we're on 3 because you only get one of those per road plate section, and I need a bunch of these. So thank you so much, Spider Killer. I appreciate that. It says my Lego set is amazing. I'm assuming you're referring to my or my light tape set that Kyle actually just won. No, I'm not. I'm looking at going there next year. I had debated it this year, and then I just decided not to. It's just been a busy year all the way around. But I do fully intend on next year trying to make my rounds on a few different shows. And one of those is going to be Brick World. Another one, I want to go to Brick Fair, Virginia. And I may even try and do Chicago's Brick World next year as well, but we will see. I'm sure you will, Paul, and thank you. 1, 2, 3. Yes, she took our youngest to, specifically Jax, and then my youngest daughter, which is Emily, to the movies today. And I forgot what movie it was that they saw, but I still think it's the popcorn and the butter. But anyway, after they left the movie, she has felt nauseous all night. So like I said, not doing too good today apparently. Widows is asking, what are my thoughts on what they want to do with the mall? Which mall are we talking about? I'm not sure. Now I gotta start opening. So excuse the sounds. But I need some of these parts. So we can start tiling in a little bit of this as we go. Now, this is an intersection. It's not a main road. And we will be doing more fill in as we go. I'm just trying to get my rough in set up more or less. starting to look like a road already, or a double intersection. And we're going to put in a few little dabbles of detail here and there as we go also. I love this part, and for those of you that have never seen it, I love to use these, and actually this, just to change subjects real quick. It's like my favorite piece for making bus stops. You will be seeing a lot of these in my city soon, just to show you. It's a real simple, quick, easy build. And there you go. Whoops, I knocked that piece off. But it just, they make for a great roof. I love that piece for roofs. A lot of people hate this part, and I absolutely love it. McDonald's is life. That's what we had for dinner tonight, actually. And thank you, Aaron. But like I said, that's exactly what I had. I had a 10-piece chicken nugget meal. Jax had a 10-piece chicken nugget meal. Angel did not feel well, so she didn't want nothing. She stayed home and had a bowl of chicken noodle soup. But I had a 10-piece chicken nugget. Oh, crap. It just hit me. I didn't want the printed tile here. That's not what that's supposed to be. I gotta rip those out. Spider Killer says he just went to McDonald's. You know, if I let my kids decide, we would probably never eat nothing but McDonald's. And I am not, don't get me wrong, McDonald's is okay, but I'm not their biggest fan. They're not bad, but you're absolutely right, Paul. She did have the better meal. It was Campbell's from the can. Good old, dependable, reliable. I guess I wouldn't, yeah, it's kind of gross. I don't mind it, but it's not real beef. I guess that's my big problem with it. It's processed soy or whatever the heck they use, and I grew up with it, although I have to say, I love me a McRib. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out as I'm going along where I might want to distress the road here. I like to add a few little bits of distressing. There we go. What kills me is that every place you go anymore, it's all you see is we're hiring. And I actually feel sad for the people that work there because, man, the lines for trying to get any of that anymore, it's just, wow, is all I can say. I would not want to be the person that has to put it all together. And we don't want that. Actually, we'll do that. We'll stress that. Stress. Just distressed. Okay. How the heck are you, Alan White? I am doing well, and sorry to hear you had to work a Saturday. But hopefully it's been a good week for you. But I am currently working on trying to do a bunch of different Mills roads using the new road plate system. Take care, Squiddos, and thanks for popping on. See, we've never had a don't get me wrong, there's Chick-fil-A's by me now. But up until recently, there was never a Chick-fil-A by me to even try it. Me personally, I don't see what the big deal is about Chick-fil-A either. But it blows my mind, the lines of people. Anytime you see a Chick-fil-A, it's wow. Let's see. Stress it there. Put a stress part there. Oh, trust me, Paul. It's no better here in Michigan either. I promise you that. Michigan roads are horrible. The nicest roads I can ever tell you would be Ohio. Yeah, to me, you know, and it's funny because everybody always tells me, as far as Chick-fil-A goes anyway, that the key to Chick-fil-A is you gotta make sure you get whatever their secret sauce or whatever it is that they put on it is. And to me, it's like it's chicken. I mean, how I don't know. What all can you do with chicken? You know what I mean? I don't want to overstress it, so we'll put one there. Let's get a few pieces and kind of stress it a little bit. Stress it out a little bit. Go here, here. Make a little bump there. Just doing a little bit of stress work, nothing major. We just want to add a little bit of detail to it just to make it look like it's a little beaten up and tired. And we'll do that too. Mac and cheese, when you say, see now, that's something, it's like my kids love, when you talk about mac and cheese, my kids absolutely love what I call garbage, which is the Kraft macaroni and cheese. My absolute favorite mac and cheese is homemade, and the wife doesn't make it very often, but the kids don't like it anyway. But to me, that is the only mac and cheese, is homemade mac and cheese. It's just sadly don't get to have it that often. We'll do that here. Oh, absolutely, especially now. Cost of everything right now though is insane, so I think I'm kind of liking the feel here. Let's fill these in. Now, what do you guys think? Enough stress? Like I said, just wanted to add a few little bits here and there. No big deal. The Epic Gamer's man of my heart. He says he totally agrees. The homemade is the only way to go. And now here is where we're going to start working on. I'm going to try and steal some parts off some of these parts I'm not going to use now. And this is where we're going to start working on the section here. Now, To me, one of the biggest pet peeves that I see, and I can show you on this road plate over here. This is one of my biggest pet peeves, and I actually messed that side up. Now that I'm looking at it, I got to correct that. But one of my biggest pet peeves is most people, when they do the roads, this is what they do. They just run it straight out. To me, and only on a corner, the only way to do it is if you step it in a little bit. That way it looks a little bit better. I don't like it, and like I said, I'm going to have to go back and correct that one now that I see my mistake. But I don't like it when it doesn't run together like that. To me, that's the only way to do it. And it's going to take me just a minute to figure out. So that's going to go there. Trying to figure out, gauge it, so to speak. I'm doing good. How are you, Epic Gamer? So I need a 1 and a 1 here. So that'll give me... Trying to figure out... Let me get some... I need some plates. It will make it easier to work if I have the pieces in front of me. That's awesome, Kevin. Said his wife made him an awesome birthday meal. Honey mustard pork chops and potatoes and a crab calzone kind of thing with maple walnut ice cream for dessert. Oh my God, dude, you're spoiled. That's awesome though, man. That does sound really good. Maple walnut. Oh man, that sounds delicious. And that's what we're gonna want, is that right there on that corner. So now I need to get, these gotta be tiles, so let me get white tiles. I had to fish them out of my drawer. Yes, I am up late. And how are you, Scott? Like I said, I thought I would take advantage of a late night. There, I'm liking that now. I think I got my parts together. We need to build up this corner so we could put a tile. So that's going to go here. Those are going to go there once they're fastened. We need some 2x2, 1x2s. So those will go there. I'm sorry, what did you say, Paul? Oh, for one-way city roads, I'd recommend having the same as a highway with a yellow line on the left, and that is what I generally do. But I am dumbing things down a little bit because it's going to speed up my build process but that is how all my roads currently are, and that's also how my highway is. I can't do that. I gotta do 1, 2. I need, actually, let's see. Don't want that either. I want, where are they? There we go. Kevin says it's only 8:45. Said it's getting, yeah, I know it is getting dark very early now. I totally agree with you. It's kind of weird, isn't it? I need to get some of these in light gray or dark gray. We're just gonna bring the whole tray over so we don't have to keep running back and forth. And now I need, I feel the need for speed. And I try to read every comment, Epic Gamer, but I don't always get to them all. And 1, 2. So that's part of the thing that I think a lot of people don't get, is it can be hard trying to keep up with comments sometimes. Do I want, yes. And I need, there we go. Yeah, it's temperatures are dropping here too. That second Top Gun movie. Oh, God. I knew that not that long ago, but it's I'm drawing a blank now. Trying to remember. Thought it was this month it's supposed to come out. I might be wrong though. That's gonna go there. So those can come out. But that is a movie that I have really been wanting to see. It looked really good from the previews that I saw of it. I just hope it's as good as the previews and such made it appear to be. There, that's better. Okay, now. So we've had some pretty good weather this year also. Ned B, how are you, my friend? And I agree with you. This is personally, you know what? I can't say it's my favorite time of year. As far as the temperatures, it's definitely my favorite time of year. My problem is, and I'm not doing too bad tonight, is generally this time of year, from this time until we finally get a good frost anyway, I'm usually miserable. But I'm really not too bad right now. So I'm hoping that it stays this way. And actually, I want to use, I'm gonna, let's use some of these. It'll make it a little quicker. Go 2. There we go. That will make it faster. But I definitely agree with you as far as the temperatures. It's nice because you can get up in the morning, you put a little light coat on, go to work. After a few hours, you can take your coat back off and you're still comfortable. You're not freezing your butt off. You're not sweating your butt off. It's just, it's really nice outdoor work kind of weather right now. And that's good. I am glad to hear it. do it. I still don't, because I know we were having that discussion in Discord. I still don't know how you can back those trucks up like that. I'm actually kind of having thoughts about changing my highway. I'm still not sure. But I am desperately trying to get a bunch of things caught up because I have a possible project coming and I'm trying to get as much done as possible before that project possibly comes to life. And then a dark. And then a white. There we go. Raven, Raven and Aussie Adams, how are you guys doing? Ned B says all the Southerners are already wearing their jackets. And yeah, I mean, their idea of cold weather though, I mean, it's not cold at all, but their idea of cold weather is kind of funny to most of us. I can see a part order coming really soon. You wrote excited over excited? Where is this going? This is going to be going in front of the intersection in front of my apartment complex, and it's going to be at the end of the roadway next to the parking garage and Octane Tower in let's see, right here would be Avengers Tower, this is Octane Tower, this is my apartment complex, and this is the parking garage. And I have kind of a goofy intersection there because the road sidesteps, so I'm trying to kind of get it to negotiate a little bit better. And I need a 2x2 white. Yeah, I'm sorry. To me, it's not that warm out to still be wearing shorts. I wear jeans now. Luke was saying, "Hey Daryl, what are you planning to put on your table extensions when I do it?" On this table extension on this side, anyway, is going to be more airport stuff. Plain and simple. On the other side though, I'm going to be adding I'm going to start stepping the city down once I get off the main portion of the table. And I'm going to start stepping it down to put things like subdivisions, a factory maybe, some party stores, stuff like that, is what I have in my head anyway. It's what I'm hoping to do. But we know how that goes. I need to get that built. I might even try and work on that tomorrow. Because it would be nice to get that assembled. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Jonathan. Says he's excited to see these integrated into the city. So I need some 1x6s. Like I was telling a few people earlier, part of my reasoning in doing what I'm doing right now is quite simply hold on one second. Should be there. Piece there, space, piece. Okay, I'm messing up my count. still not working. Okay, I need to offset this. That is what my problem is. There we go. That is where I was messing up. But part of the reason that I was doing this is, number one, is it seems like a never-ending battle ordering enough pieces to do all my brick-built roads that I want to do. And this is going to allow me to kind of speed some processes along, because I really want to get back to working on my table as far as my buildings and things of that nature. And it seems like I'm always focused just on trying to get parts for roads. And this is going to alleviate that, but not only that, this is going to free up a ton of parts for me, so I can actually do some more buildings with some of the gray parts that I free up. I do not know the conversion for Celsius to Fahrenheit off the top of my head. Robbie was saying he still hates the new roads, but he's not had any good luck minimizing the seams between the sections of road. Here's the problem with that. If you're still doing the brick-built roads, I'll tell you the secret to it. This piece right here. If you use these to build your roads, and these are expensive, this will minimize your gaps. Because the problem that you have if you're doing brick-built roads, you're probably using 1x2s, maybe 1x3s. I'm not sure what you've actually been buying or finding or using. But the problem that you're having is you get shrinkage with the 1x2s because the gap on them is a little bit smaller. And when you start building, say, a mill's plate this size with a brick road, you always end up with a gap at the ends. But if you build it with these, you will find that your gap will be very minimal. So that is the workaround for it, but it depends on how much money you want to spend to buy this particular part. But this is the part that would solve your problem for eliminating the gaps for brick-built roads. Sean's leaving. Take it easy, Sean. And thank you, Kevin. Because like I said, I had no idea what it was. And TFD, I should say, is explaining that calculation right now. And let's start with this end there. Let's start working this guy over. But that is, like I said, as far as doing the brick-built roads, that is the problem that I found. It's a matter of shrinkage, and there's no way to get around it unless you use the bigger pieces, unfortunately. And Sean, thank you so much for joining the membership. I totally appreciate that. Do not forget to get into, that's got to get altered. Do not forget to, having a brain cramp here for a minute, to check in the community tabs to get your link, or you should see the link anyway, in order to get into Discord. And after the stream, if you're having any troubles at all, I will post a new link as well. But the link that's in there, I'm pretty sure, is the newest link, so you should be good to go. But again, thank you so much for joining the membership, and welcome to the Funny Farm, Sean. And yes, now that you are in the Funny Farm, I'm sorry to say, you will have to tolerate Paul on a regular basis. So my apologies in advance. It is a depressingly expensive solution, Robbie. You are absolutely correct. And like I said, that's part, well, I shouldn't say it's part of the reason I'm doing this. It's one of the many reasons, though. I am just going to this because I'm tired of trying to spend the money to do what I was wanting to do with everything. And I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. And I thought that this would be a really good way for me to kind of start getting back on track with some of my builds, because I haven't done any actual building builds, what feels like to me forever. And hopefully by doing this, it's going to allow me to kind of quickly straighten out some of my roads, is what I'm hoping, so I can start planning some more of my buildings. But I wish there was an easier solution to tell you, but sadly, there is not. And Ned, like Ned's saying, go to community tabs and make sure you click that link, and we will make sure that you get your proper assignment, so that way you can access all the channels that you have access to at Bronze. You know, I've thought about writing a disclaimer, Paul. Maybe I should put a disclaimer when people log into Discord that something to the effect of, we are not responsible for the damage that Paul may cause once here on you enter. Well, actually, Kevin, I kind of like that idea, so it's not a bad one. There, it gives us that edge. And we got 3 to go. So now we're there. We want to do this one. So let's get a 4 and a 2. Like I said, I'm trying to use up these pieces here. Very undecisive tonight. There we go. Now I got it. Now we are cooking with Crisco. Now I can put that there. And we can put another one of these little dudes here. And then I need, that's what I need. I need that dude. And we can put that part down. Where did it go? I don't know, it might not be the boss. Hold on, I'm going to check it right now though. Actually, no. It's funny because we were just talking about 1x12s, and it's a deal on my phone showing that 1x12s are now available on special pricing. Steve is saying Daryl is correct when building blocks with roads, only 1x2s, bricks for hill sections for flexibility. For flat sections, exactly right there. And yes, Steve has an amazingly huge collection like I myself have. He is what inspired me. And by the way, hey buddy, I didn't know you were in here. Steve is actually what inspired me to jump into the 9-volt train track system. And that's another reason I'm trying to implement some of this road stuff, is because I really want to start laying out my train, like in a really, really bad way. And yes, Mike is kind of your mini-me. I will agree with that official statement, Paul Bott. I haven't seen him post anything on that in a while. I would assume he's still doing well on it. But like I said, I haven't heard him say anything on that in a while. Here's a story of a man named Brady. And yes, that is right, okay. I just got to do this, and this. A 1, a 2, a 3. A 3. Hopefully the disco cleared back up, guys. Sadly, that does happen at least once a stream, though. Although I will say it's better than it has been. Well, I know, like you said, Ned, I'm sure he is busy with work. I know he's been trying to kind of play catch up because he was kind of screwed there for a little bit. And what I mean by he was screwed there for a little bit is, I mean, quite simply, I mean, he was literally screwed. He didn't have a vehicle to go out and take his lawnmower equipment out. I know he finally got all that straightened out, so he's I know it's finally to the good, I should say, but that did hurt him for a little bit there. That little fender bender and it wasn't even his fault. But I know that took him out for quite a bit. And then it took him, I think it was 2 weeks just to get the rentals so he could actually get back to doing some stuff. So like I said, I do know that he is like busy doing that. This is typically his busy season anyway, was kind of what I understood from talking to him. Yeah, trust me, I'm not going to keep talking about it. Okay, now that you can see the lines now. So we're good on our lineage. So now we have our intersection piece done that way. Let's start working on the outer perimeters. And me and him had talked about that too. He said he's not looking forward to having to give that back. He's kind of gotten used to having it. 2, 3, 4. And I can totally see why. I mean, because he went from a half ton to a 3/4 ton, so I definitely can see where he would not want to have to give it back. I am having let's see, how do I want to do this? Screw it, we'll run with that way. Really, I don't know. We'll do it anyway. Thank you, Kevin. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Oh, I'm screwing up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm off by. There we go. I'm off by 1. Now we're cooking with Crisco. I was gonna say something didn't seem right because that one should be overlapped. There we go. That is much better. Same dude on this side, this side, this side, and this side. Now I can run these through. I'm still proud of you, Bricklock. You'll have to tell me, honestly, if you think that the quality is better or the same or whatever your thoughts are. But I'm curious to hear, because I know you typically build with off-brand parts. I'm just curious to hear what your thoughts on are as far as the quality versus most of the off-brand stuff. And now, actually that's what I'm supposed to do. That's okay. Or no. Well, that stays there. But I don't need these now. That's what it is. Kevin says he likes it. My 1x4s. There we go. So now we can do some of our corner work. Here, 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 and then we can go there and there, and here and here. There, now that we have those laid out, now we can put in the final supports. I think that's probably all of our problems, Bricklock, because I think we all buy a little too much of all of it. So trust me, you're in good company, my man. So I would, if somebody says they're not buying too much and they're in this room, they're probably lying. I know I will be the first to admit I buy way too much. But it's something I love. I mean, it's a very pleasurable toy. It helps pass the time. It helps relax the mind. Actually, that's going to be a 2x2. Actually, it's good for range of motion, things of that nature. I'm going to leave that open. The corners I'm going to do a little goofy, so let me get some of this in. Well, I didn't say that, you know, when I say it's too much, I don't mean that it's necessarily a bad thing. Because like I said, I'm the epitome of buying too much. But, and it's like I always tell everybody, there's no such thing as too much Lego. And the biggest reason that I always say that, it's because there isn't. And if you're into building mocks and such anyway, you can never have enough Lego, because I don't care how much you have, you will always find out you don't have enough. Because when you start trying to design and build and do different things, you find out, you know what, you need more parts. And I mean, look behind me in my wall of Lego, and I still am always ordering something because I'm always out. You are in the right place. You know, the first step in knowing that you have a problem is admitting that you have a problem, Brick Sergeant. So you are part of the club. Well, welcome to the Addicted to Lego Club. This is Lego Anonymous. And I am trying to remember. That's what I was I need these. So we can, oh, I can't do that there. And the reason I can't do that there is this is where there's going to be a ramp. So you have to put a small support there. That stays back. And then we put a 1x here for the ramp for the crosswalk. And let's put a sewer here, maybe, possibly. And we'll put a sewer over here also. I think I like that. Build break, you say? No such thing. Yeah, that would be nice if everybody would. You know what? Send your Lego to me. I could use it. I'll put it to real good use. It'll have a very happy home. I promise. I swear. That's awesome. It's, you know, it's always a good day when you can work out in your Lego space. It's, I don't care who you are. That is the best feeling in the world, is knowing that you can spend some time in your Lego space. And how do I want to attack the corner? Let's do this and see how it works out. I think what I'm going to do now, take that out. I almost think this might look better. Before I get too carried away, let me try something. And we'll see how she looks. So if I do that, and then I get one of these guys, but let's see how much this covers first. And it's not going to cover the way I want it, so that's not going to work the way I want it. So we're going to pop that back off. And we're going to go back to what I was going to do originally, which is this. And now we got to build that up with some 1x1s. No, you're absolutely right. That is an addiction that you don't need rehab for. Depending on who you ask. No, it's not a cave. This is my happy space. That's what I call it. This is my happy space. There. And I almost think I need... This will look better with light gray. I have something I want to say so bad, but I can't, Paul. Do you think it's possible to remove the prints? I'm sure it's possible, but why? Why would you want to do that? You can buy them with the print already removed. I'm trying to remember what I paid for these. I bought these directly from Lego. They're $1 something. But like I said, why would you want to remove the print when you can buy them without the print? Lego does make you file for bankruptcy, but you know, there are, you know, it's like we were saying, there are worse habits to have. There's much worse habits to have. And all Lego addicts are welcome here. Absolutely. But I wanted the crosswalks. And mind you, yes, I could use those, but then I wouldn't. This is where I'm putting crosswalks. So, like I said, it's deliberately there for me. Two more of these. I'm going to fill this corner in. Actually, I kind of could. There, I was able to say it. Thank you, Paul, for pointing that out to me. And where I'm there it is. And well, any hobby, I don't care what hobby it is, they're all outlandishly expensive. So I mean, in my opinion, there's worse habits to have. Pornography would be a worse habit, depending on your perspective, anyway. How do I? Yep, let's do that. I think that'll look good. That'll work. Yes. Okay, now I need one more. 1x2. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Now I need some 1x4s. Hello, West Trip. How are you? So now if we do that, we can put this dude here, there, there. There. Oops, I need, actually I can just put a regular plate in there. That stays open. This one's got to have one here, here. Actually, I just realized I don't want a crosswalk here. So that will stay open. I'm not crossing over here. Plastic models are insane, but I'm with you. I used to love doing that as a kid. As far as doing them now, though, wow. You're right. That's all I can say about them. Just wow. Because plastic models, they're like a whole new level. If you want to get like the old Revel models or anything, they are insanely expensive. Aaron says, I just love paint. Oh, because you love having tattoos. Hey, you know what? I love looking at people with tattoos as far as being able to see all the different details they do to them. Me personally, I would never do it, but I do find them very interesting. And if that's what you enjoy, man, you party on, my friend. Because like I said, I don't see nothing wrong with them. I think they're cool. BD Bricks, how you doing? Got enough parts for our little sewers that I like to put in. So we're going to put 2 little sewer lines in here. I totally agree. It's like, 'Cause I used to be into cars quite a bit, and anymore, and which is as much as I spend on Lego now, I almost wonder maybe I should have stayed with cars. Problem with cars though is then you have the added expense of the constant maintenance, which there's maintenance on this, but it's not maintenance like a car. But I still think, I mean, they're all, like you said, they're all expensive, but I would still say the Lego is probably the cheapest hobby. And exactly, Ned. Like I said, I love them, and there's times that because just like you, I've been thinking about getting one, and I've thought about it time and time and time again. And then usually what it is when I actually start to think about it, to actually go to an ink store, a tattoo parlor, I'll start looking at stuff, or I'll start thinking about stuff, and it's like, do I want that on me forever? And it's like, and then I pull back and decide not to do it. Let me put one more piece. Right there. There, now we got our 2 sewer lines. Now, yes, you do have to pay to become a member. The membership fees range anywhere from, I'm having a brain cramp, $2.99 or $1.99, $4.99, or the gold, which is $19.99. But like I always tell everybody, me personally, if you want to join the membership, best bang for your buck is silver, which is $4.99. And if you just want basic access so you can get on and kind of chat with everybody in the Discord group and all that, that's bronze, and that's $1.99. Absolutely, I do definitely agree with that, Kevin, that it does have to mean something. It should be something special and important to you, because if you just did anything, it wouldn't make sense. And that's why everybody has such amazing tattoos, because usually the tattoo means something to that particular individual. Let me grab some more plates now so I can finish up the backs here. Like Kevin said, it took him a long time to decide. Actually, if I was going to do a tattoo, it would probably be something to do with my father, my kids' names, wife. I mean, I could see doing a Lego thing, but I wouldn't want it to be cheesy, you know what I mean? I'd have to really look for a while. And now I need slopes. We will just grab my bag of those. And that goes here. I think that's kind of most people's go-to is the parents or something. At least that it seems to be. There's usually one on everybody that has something to do with a parent. Ned B says, saw a vanity plate tattoo life driver. The driver had an impressive sleeve. Yeah, if he's got a license plate that says tattoo life, you know that is one tatted up individual. would be cool. That's a really good idea, Ned. I like that. But I think that would be a really nice tattoo, Ned. Let's do it that way. Let's just run with it. That one is old. Now, there we go. What do you guys think? Kind of liking it. Trying to get it back in camera focus here a little bit for you. So this is going to be my goofy intersection because this is the road that comes up by the apartment complex and my parking garage, and then it's got an off step to get around Octane Tower, and then over here is Avengers Tower, and then this is the main drag to take you down and through to the airport. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put traffic light here in the center. That'll work for those two, and then I'll have two traffic lights, one for there and one for here, is how I'm looking at doing this anyway. Oh, that's awesome, Ned. He said he just got a cool mask with Benny on it. Kenneth Swan says I have to get the space Lego emblem if I did. That would be a cool tattoo. And yeah, I didn't want to share that. I was going to let you do that, but that's why I thought that would be a really cool tattoo if you did that, Ned. Thank you, Aaron. I'm kind of hesitant to tile because I need to still figure out what I'm going to do for street lights. But this gives you guys the general idea of what I'm looking at. And then I don't know if anybody wasn't in the stream earlier, but just to show you real quickly. So the reason that I'm doing it this way is because I wanted to use as many of the actual parts that come with the Lego set 60304. And to me, to do that, it was I really wanted to use these pieces with the printed piece or the printed crosswalks on it. And now let me show you why. Because this is now the road that is going to be next to the apartment complex, and I put in parking spaces, as you can see. And then what you do is you simply lock it together like that, and now you have a completed road. And I was going to distress that, but you know what? Heck with it, we'll fill it in. But now you can see kind of, I'm hoping anyway, kind of what I'm after and what I'm doing. So all my roads will interlock this way, and then doing this once again, I'm going to be able to add a lot of different parking along in front of a lot of my buildings, because I wanted to have parking, like this particular parking section is going to be right in front of my brick bank in my flower shop. And then I'm going to have another little section that'll be for, because at the first level of my apartment complex build, the red building that I have over there, I have a camera shop and I have a beauty parlor and some other things like that. And I wanted to be able to have just street parking where people could kind of park up, put the car, so they could walk into the buildings. And I thought that would make the city streets look a little more realistic. Now, the first thing I know most people are going to complain about is say that they don't like the white lines in the center. And I get it, and I still hope that at some point Lego might change something or do something different with it. But unfortunately, to do these road plates, you have to kind of stick with that. Or you can get rid of it and you can buy pinstriping tape to give you a solid double yellow line, which is how my brick built roads were. But I still feel this is a really good substitute and a really good alternative to doing the brick built roads, because you lose that big gap there. Mind you, you are picking up the little square lines, which I know a lot of people don't like the look of those square lines, but it's really funny because once you get this placed into the city and you start taking angular shots and whatnot, looking down a city street, you really don't notice it. And these actually look quite amazing placed in a city when you have this all set and put together. But again, just to show you one more thing, because again, this is the intersection here. So here's the road with the parking, and then now I can just take this simply and we'll scoot it down a little bit more because I built 2 of these big guys. So let me just show you. And then the next piece, because the next piece, it's going to be butted up against it. So we left that piece that way, and then we notched the front. In order to do these though, you do have to buy these plates that I was talking about. And you can get these on Lego, and they don't have the printing on them. But that's how I was able to make these various plates. But again, you just take this over here like that. We can scoot that out of the way. And now this one will just quite simply lock into place as well, if I could get everything out of my way. There we go. So now we got that road there and that road there, and that just gives us one huge intersection, and it's all using the new Lego base plates. Now, in order to do all of this, I opened 3 boxes for this, and I had to do that because I needed these. But each one of these road sections was built using 1 box of the new Lego road plates. And thank you so much, Ned. I appreciate that. And I will give you guys some better pictures and some other things. And I will be making a video to kind of try and point out how this is done. Because with the stop bars and such, it's a combination of things. This is plates, or I'm sorry, this is tiles. And then that is actually a brick. Just to kind of show you what I'm talking about, and let me kind of line some of these things up, because I know a lot of people are curious as to how I do this stuff. So because I widen my roads, because I don't like the standard width of the new Lego road plates, so I do widen them with bricks. But the first row that you're doing the width widening of, you have to put a white brick in there, and then this is just quite simply tiles. Now, there's 2 different ways you can actually do it too. You could, if you want it to be a thinner stop bar, to me I like the thick white stop bar, but if you wanted it to be thinner, you could just do a 1x1 brick there, and then you could do a 1x6 here, and it would still give you that same appearance, but I just feel it looks better having that big fat stop bar on it. And thank you, Lego Joe, I appreciate that. And at some point, because I know everybody doesn't want to watch the live streams. If you watch the live streams, obviously you will know how to do this, because I tried to do everything live on camera so people could kind of see things. But I will try and get this new design, because I'm really loving this new design that I came up with for the Lego roads. And I am going to try and make a couple different versions of these plates and get them posted on my Rebrickable. But again, if you watch the stream I just did tonight, that shows you how to do this real big goofy intersection. So if you watch this stream and you watch the stream I did earlier today, because I did this, and then I also did, this is a T intersection that I did earlier in the other stream. So you'll be able to learn all that stuff if you just kind of go back and rewatch the streams. At least that's what I'm hoping for people. And just to show you how this works, it's just like this big one. You don't have to do this big plate like this. Simply take it and put it aside, and if you want, again, this works the same way. It's all interchangeable, and it makes for a really nice, smooth looking intersection. And then again, you just put another road over here. So I'm personally in love with these now that I came up with the idea and I've had the chance to play around with it. And thank you so much, Raven. He says, I love those rounded sidewalks. And just to show you, all that is, it's just this piece, and I got to change the color of that because that should be light gray. But you got to use the dot piece here, and that's the key to giving that round look. And let me correct this while I have it here. Where is the piece to correct it? Where's it at? really want to use light gray, at least I personally do, but you put your light gray piece in there, and then you put this half moon round piece there, and then you put the little dot piece on the back side of it, and that fills in that gap real nicely, and it gives you more of a natural looking curb, which is what I'm after. BD Bricks says you deserve 100,000 subscribers, and thank you so much, BD Bricks. I totally appreciate that. I wish I had that many. That would be awesome. One of the cures for that is more people need to like and share, my friend. So share my videos anywhere you can think of. Mr. Soros says, man, those roads look slick. Really like how you did the potholes. I've been wondering myself how to make those, and it's so simple. It really is. These are, like I said, it's a very simple build, and again, I can even add some more potholes in here. I was just kind of trying to rush it through real quickly, because part of my goal is I'm not going to replace all my roads. I still like my brick built roads. Obviously, these save me a lot of time and money, though, and that's why I'm going to start doing some of these. But it's also because I wanted to add the parking to the city streets as well. But part of my goal in doing this is I can build a ton of these rather quickly, because I want to get the rest of my city kind of laid out and planned out so I know where my space is at. So then I can start making plans for what size buildings I'm going to be putting and what shape buildings and all that good stuff. And that's why I went ahead and decided to do this after I saw these being on sale for such a cheap price. Again, just like I said in the video earlier today, I found these for $11.04 on Walmart 2 days ago, and I bought 20 of them. I already had 20 of them, so now I have 40 of them. And it's like, you know what? I have so many of these, I am going to use the daylights out of them. Will that... Not without going over on the other side. I will be doing a video later, though, and I will be doing close-up videos and close-up images so everybody can see that. And I have a mistake right here that I do have to correct, so I do want to point that out. Ignore this corner right here. That is hideous. All my corners, I like to have it look like that. Just to show you one more time. Actually, I can pick it up that way. There we go. So that shows you what the corner looks like. But to me, it's a very simplistic, clean, smooth, and it's very functional. That's all I can say. Yeah, I don't like, to me personally, with the parking spots, I would like the line to come all the way across. But the problem was, and there again, I'm just trying to use the parts that Lego makes. I'm not trying to brick build everything. I'm just trying to kind of get by on the skim, on the cheap, to be perfectly honest. And that was the best I could come up with for the parking spots. But keep in mind, when this is actually placed in the city also, Ned, that there will be a curb right like that up against it. So it won't look as bad. You'll be able to see, it will not fit an 8 wide car, no. These are not designed for 8 wide. I built these roads with 6 wide cars in mind. I don't use 8 wide cars, so that's not something that I concern myself with. Quite simply, though, if you wanted to do an 8 wide car, all you would have to do is add another row of bricks. So I have 1 row of bricks, snot built on either side of my road. If you wanted to go with an 8 wide car, add 2 rows of bricks on either side of the road, and then your curb will only be 4 plates from the edge, and that would give you enough space for an 8 wide car. Oh, you like them? I thought you were complaining. I was gonna say, because I'm on the fence about them, and the reason that I'm on the fence about them is where did I put it? Because I'm going to show you my original version. Because this was my original version for parking, and personally I like the solid line all the way through. But again, because I'm using this particular part right here, I can't get the solid line, and that's why I just said heck with it, I'll do it this way. And it still gives you the idea. So I mean, I like it, but I like this better personally. Aesthetically looking, it's better. But realistically, because I'm using the road plate pieces here, I felt it would look better using the road plate pieces on the side as well, because it gives it a more natural flow. So that's kind of what I was after. But it's like what me and you actually had discussed this not that long ago, Ned. We were talking about because you had built some of the mills plates using these new road pieces, and you didn't really like how it looked between the buildings. And that's why I was telling you, if you just widen it, because you were just building it without widening the road a little bit, and mine are all widened by one brick. It's one brick and two plates. And if you just widen it that little bit, it gives you so many more things that you can do, add touch, just to add to the realism. It's really amazing looking, in my opinion. At least the finished products look really good to me. Lego Joe was saying, I have a question. I was wondering if I should convert to mills because I'm changing my city layout a bit right now and adding a bunch of modulars to make it look better. So right now would be the perfect time to switch, but I'm not sure if I should because there's a lot of parts that I would have to use. But I wanted your honest opinion. What do you think I should do? I always tell everybody to switch to mills if you can afford to switch to mills, but it's not a cheap process. I will be the first to admit that. To me, though, this is what I'm showing you right now, what I'm building right now. This is by far the cheapest way to do a mills plate road. So if you wanted to convert to mills plate roads, this would be the way that you would want to do it, not the brick built. Because if you do the old brick built roads like I did, which this is only a partial brick built road, but if you did the old brick built roads, it'll cost you a fortune. Where doing this, like this section right here, just to build this piece right here, I'm going to go off retail prices. This section, which is two 32 by 32 base plates, this section, realistically looking, is probably in the neighborhood of $36 to $40. But it's two sections of mills plates, and that's going high. Mind you, I use a lot of used stuff. I buy a lot of used stuff, and I'm not that worried about the price as much as other people are. But I am trying to show people that there are cheaper ways. This is the cheaper way, because if you were to build the brick-built road, just this intersection would be every bit of about $30. And that's why I'm trying to show you that it's really half the cost if you go with this new road plate system to do a mills road as opposed to doing a brick-built road. And Bruce Kuhn, how the heck are you, my friend? This is, yes, like Aussie Adams just said, this is absolutely the cheapest option if you're going to go mills. I can't get it any cheaper for you guys. And that has been part of my goal. And say hello to my little friend. He's barking up right now, making a noise. My furnace, anyway. That has been part of my goal, is trying to find really cheap solutions, because I know there's a lot of people that would really love to get into doing the mills plates, and they would really love to do mills road plates, and they like how it looks, but the cost is a bit extensive. But if you set this, when you start looking at different options like this, for example, it brings the costs way down. And keep in mind, and this is something I always try to remind people, and it's not necessarily to push you to go to a mills plate road, but Lego is discontinuing their road plates, their base plates, here in the next 2 years. So to me, I figure it's better to jump on to the new system that they're already offering and start getting used to it and trying to make myself like it and add it to my city to show people what you can do with it, how it looks, and how well it can integrate into your city. As opposed to trying to, because I've always done brick-built roads, but I'm going to start scrapping my brick-built road now, and I can build some more huge buildings, and that's what I want to do. I want to build some huge buildings. I really recommend this, though, Lego Joe. If you can afford it, to me, this is the best way to go. And if you're redoing your city, to me, now would be the time to do it. John Garrett says these things are selling like hotcakes out in New Jersey, and I guess so, especially because I keep finding them on sale. Right now, mind you, I did post just the other day that you could buy these road plates for $11.04, where I was talking about that anyway. They typically retail for $20. Right now on Target, Walmart, and Amazon, they're on sale for $15.99 a box set. So that's still a really good price. And don't just look at it as you're buying plates. You are getting a ton, and I mean a ton, of really awesome accessory pieces. I'm just kind of showing you some of the accessory pieces that come with this. Because not only are you getting all those accessory pieces or getting the plates, you're getting all these accessories, and all these accessories are really, really important. The The reason that I say they're really, really important, because when you start building your cities, you want to have a bunch of these. You want to have these so you can put do not walk signs or speed limit signs or do not park signs and all that kind of stuff. Those are all the fun little small little details that allow you to be able to make a city look amazing. Now everybody knows that I am heavy into lighting, and everything that I design and everything that I do around lighting. So that's another big advantage to mills, is you can run and hide your lighting inside of these plates. But not only that, if you are someone that doesn't like to do the lighting, I just want to point out that all these road kits come with some really awesome designed street lights, and they have the glow-in-the-dark piece on them. So you can actually have street lights with that glow-in-the-dark piece to run all along your city as well by buying these. So I mean, it's really, you get plant pieces, speed limit signs, crosswalk signs. I mean, it's an awesome set just to buy for parts. I really recommend it. And absolutely, Aaron, out with the old, in with the new, my friend. And you're absolutely welcome, Lego Joe. Kevin says, if I missed the answer, if you gave one about the thickness of this compared to mills. These I am building the exact same thickness as I am my other mills plates. These are a brick and a plate thick. So just to show you, it's actually, I guess, a brick, a plate, and then a tile. So they're not any different than anything else that I build, because everything that I build is a brick and a plate, and then I tile over it. So these are the exact same thickness as all of the different mills plates that I design. There is no difference in the thickness of them. There's only differences in the width of the roads is the only thing that's really different on them right now. And glad to hear that. Shark. Bruce says he's doing fine. Aussie Adams says benefit of mills, easy to move around. That's another, absolutely. Adds depth and flexibility, hides lighting. No, I think you pretty much got it all, Aussie Adams. That's like, so that's because this is a hollow channel, I'm able to run my lights inside of it. And just to point something else out, because like Blinky Bricks, I'll use him as an example, because he's been working with me, and we've actually been designing lights, or I'm designing lights and he's manufacturing them, specifically designed to work in mills plates. And I do have one. Let me show you. This is the, and let me try and see if I can't get my camera down. I hope that's clearing up a little bit anyway. This is the newest Lego light from Blinky Bricks that you can buy. And this was actually designed by me, and Blinky Bricks went off my design plans and made it. And here's the reason why it's made the way it is. Now, he made the light, the wire for the light, extremely long, which I thought was cool. It doesn't need to be that long, but to me, you can never have enough length when it starts coming to different things, because these are what I'm going to be using in all of my intersections because of the length of the wire. But the awesome part about it is all this part, because you have a splitter, so you have your male and your female right here on the end. All that goes inside of this portion of the plate right here. So the only thing that'll come up is wherever you have your light, this will actually come up. So wherever you put your light, this would actually come up through and then be in your light pole like so. And then all this wire will be tucked down inside of here. And the reason that I designed this way is because you want to be able to continuously plug all your street lights and stuff in. So if this is a street light and you had another street light here, well, that one can plug in there, and then you can come down to the next one, and so on and so forth. And I do need to make videos on these. I just haven't had the time yet, but bite me, Paul. A lot of that is actually stains from sliding Lego across it, but this is a really amazing product, and these are only $2.79 a piece. But again, I designed them, Blinky Bricks made them, and now they are available for sale. And I can't say enough about these because they're awesome. I just haven't put them in anything yet to really show you guys how amazingly well they work. Paul's always starting trouble. But I don't have, because I just ordered a bunch of stuff for a bunch of different light poles, or I would actually try and shove one together for you just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. But if you're into lighting, this is the light to go with for doing your street lights and all that good stuff. And thank you, John. I appreciate that. He says these plates are awesome. Like I said, I will make a more in-depth video about these tomorrow. That way I can actually get up close and personal so you can pause it and look at it and kind of see what I have going on with them and all that good stuff. Love you like a brother, Paul. Anyway, though, guys, unfortunately for me, it is now midnight, and as most people know, this is extremely late for me. Actually, we've almost been going for 2 hours. But I think I'm going to stop here. I've got a lot of different things made today. I'm actually extremely happy with my progress. And I'm probably going to be making some more of these tomorrow. And again, my goal is to get as much of this made and start getting some of my streets laid out, because I want to start getting back into some of my buildings. I really, really, really want to get back into my buildings. Yes, tiles are a must. I totally agree, John. Yes, Paul, you made it to Wikipedia. Anyway, though, guys, and keep in mind, if you're buying the road plates, all these tiles here come with the road plates too. So remember that as well. The big part of the tiling that you need is for all the sidewalk areas. That's what actually eats it up. But like I said, though, guys, I do need to get off here. This is actually my second stream for the day. And I'm starting to drag butt anyway. So I'm going to roll that beautiful bean footage to give a very, very special thank you to all the people that supported the stream. As again, without the support of all you guys out there always pushing me to do better, I would not. So real quickly, thank you so much, Brick Sergeant, and thank you to our new member, Sean Dewar. And Sean Dewar, I will be making sure that you have gotten into Discord, and I will be posting a new link in the community tabs if you didn't get in. But anyway, guys, as always, thank you for coming to Bevan's Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below. I hope you all have a great night, and I hope to see you all tomorrow.